Right, so at the end of the last video I said to watch her health bar. As soon as I hit something, you will see.
Oh.
Yep. And that is a
Right.
consistent bug. God knows a regular player would have picked it up, but I think maybe because they didn't really test this game properly, they never picked it up.
They
so
should be able to
this
fix
is
that,
a
though.
consistent bug that happens throughout the entire game.
Like, Nintendo Network now allows games to be patched and updated, so they could...
Yeah, it's confusing why they haven't even patched this. Maybe no one's complained about it, but it's still a legitimate bug.
I don't want to browse the Nintendo Community Board forums
No,
thing.
I don't even give it the time of day. It's like, what the hell is a Miiverse?
Some people occasionally draw neat stuff and put it on there.
No, that's true, I guess. And then sometimes people just say, hey, look at this butt. I drew a butt. Here's a penis.
Neat.
No, it's yeah. Anyway, I should probably stop breaking pots.
100% destruction.
Oh, one thing I never really show off in this game is that there is a float ability now. So if you double jump and you hold down the jump button, like Bayonetta will float down to the ground using her wings. And I don't know when you'd ever use it, but it is there.
You could use it when you're not pressing buttons, in which case you're not playing the game correctly, because...
Yeah, I mean, you could use it for platforming, but there are so many good ways to platform that don't need floating. So, God knows why the hell they added it.
Holy shit, those pants.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this kid is straight up a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Oh god, you
Except for his god-awful accent. By the way, GameFAQs is pretty much like someone in GameFAQs thought this kid was Australian.
Is this the part where we get offended? I don't know. Like...
Well, I guess you're completely inured to it because people call you American every second day.
Yeah, people can't work out what country I'm from. I just say Antarctica and be done with it.
At least it won't be a boring trip.
I'm actually all the women on the internet.
This dude's voice is awful.
It's so bad.
Also, yeah, I'm totally seeing that Millennium Puzzle. Holy shit.
Like, the entire character of this kid here is a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, and I'm pretty sure it was intentional. I don't know why they put Yu-Gi-Oh in this game, but it's there.
Very terrible, like, impersonation of Gambit. Who's he calling
All I know
girl?
about
He looks
Yu-Gi-Oh
12
is like
years
I
old.
put down this card and I end my turn or whatever the hell. I think I played it once when I was in high school.
The most recent thing I know about Yu-Gi-Oh is that grown men in their mid-20s still play it.
Good god. Then again, I don't really get card collecting games, so meh.
I get it to some extent, but then again,
Well, yeah,
some
you
of
play them.
some of the people that play them are genuinely distasteful human beings.
That's just people in general.
Yeah, but oh, I don't know. It's something you got to see but believe. It can get pretty bad.
Also, I really hate how this kid is wearing the spikiest necklace and bracelet known to man. I'm pretty sure the weight of it would, like, actually, you know, cause bleeding.
He's wearing a Kevlar hoodie cross vest.
Scary. Off with their heads, eh?
This cutscene is so boring.
It's well, oh right, she shot through the card. Oh no, the card hasn't maintained its perfect rectangle. I can't throw it anymore. Oh no, never mind.
It's lost value as a collector's item, so yeah. Gee, I wonder what this is a reference to. It's the same cutscene as the initial, like, fight scene in the first game, in the first chapter, but it's not nearly as well done.
Oh god, we're fighting the creators of Bubsy. Show them no mercy.
So this guy here is the bigger version of the Accolade. I think it's the Accolade. Same thing as the Applauds in the first game. Nothing new. They're a real bitch to play because they cannot be launched. A lot of enemies in this game cannot be launched. The only enemies that can be launched with impunity are the smaller enemies, and everything else is a real bitch to do. which is why combos in this game are not very stylish, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, the air combo system from the first game was definitely one of its shining moments.
Yeah, they've added a lot of restrictions in this game, one of which being that there is a cooldown period on enemy step. So you cannot continuously jump off an enemy. There's like a 2-second like cooldown period for some reason.
Wait, was that an Umbral climax that?
Yeah, that was an
Umbral
Umbran climax. We summoned a frog.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, for all the bad things I say about Umbran climax, it does look pretty cool.
I imagine once you go ham with the buttons, it can wind up looking like a goddamn eyesore. But at least it's got enough detail in it to look cool. I'm okay with it.
So golden LPs are back. Same thing. Gotta break everything, and people apparently don't care when their seat magically disappears. I'm surprised that woman didn't like just fall on her ass.
Oh, why didn't we?
That actually would have been funny and cute, but they didn't do that.
Oh.
So you can throw columns, but unlike in the first game, there's no timer. So if you forget to actually like throw it, then it doesn't do anything.
No.
And you pretty much never use it because the time limit in this game, the platinum time limit in this game, is really, really strict. So you basically don't ever want to fuck around. Which is a failing of this game because a lot of the fun was, you know, just being stylish on enemies, and you can't do that in this game at all.
Well, yeah, that was the point of most of the Devil May Cry games in general.
Yeah, so they've really tightened up the time limit in this game, and it's to its detriment, if you ask me.
Looks like you found a good reason to visit.
Oh, I like these bits.
Oh yeah.
Angelic Kim's gold LPs. Angels in Agony are pretty much my
Let's pretty much explain this.
I play that back home, and the demons will be lined up to get down. Lucky for me, I got a few jams of my own cooking that'll need a little demon kick to finish them off. That LP is just what the doctor ordered. Now hand it over.
I just like the idea that he plays music, people get mad that he's making too much noise, and then he beats the snot out of them.
It's like my neighbours.
Generally dealing with noise complaints.
Also, that cup's on fire. Holy shit.
It's a flaming mirror.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that delicious cough syrup.
Motherfucker did not want to listen to reason, but it's all good, cause neither did I. Put him to work.
So, I guess in the similar way to the first game, the first weapon we pick up, well, not actually, not similar at all. Never mind. We get swords anyway, and they're dual-wielded swords. And there's Umbran Elegance. I won't be bothering with these because there are more important things to buy with my money.
Can't remember the.
And because you can buy an alt, that means you can equip it on your feet as well.
Oh.
So these are swords that you can equip to your hands and feet.
What do the elegances do again? Is that a reskin or?
It's a reskin that's specific to certain weapons.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you have Rexxaza equipped to your hands here, you will get that Umbran Elegance. I won't be showing it off though because money is important. So yeah, Rexxaza you can equip to your feet. It is ridiculous because I'm pretty sure in her animation it is literally poking through her butt. Oh yeah. Dodge offset air dodge is on by default, which is why the prologue was so easy, because you have air dodge.
I don't remember having an ability checklist per se in the previous game. Was that still there?
That was in the first game, but and you could turn certain things off like Umbran Spear and stuff, but it wasn't ever really used. It wasn't ever really needed because all the abilities in the first game were really useful. Anyway, you can charge up Rexxaza just like Sharaba, and it's got a similar property to Sharaba in that when you are charging it up, it will hold your combo. Also unique is that if you use a Tetsuzenko with Rexxaza in the hands, you actually perform a dodge move. So you can get witch time off of it if you time it correctly.
Huh.
But unfortunately, you cannot dodge and get bat within with the Tetsuzenko. So it's completely useless for Jean. Jean is an unlockable character you can play in, by the way. Nothing new there, though. So I figure it's not really a spoiler.
Jean is in the game. We already saw that, but...
Yeah, so yeah, you can unlock her and you can play as her. But yeah, the dodge Tetsuzanko for Rek'Shaza I very, very rarely use. I show it off once and that's it.
And then we get all the cool gravity stuff.
Yeah. But there is actually, like, almost zero witch walk in this game. It's all just this sort of magical third-party magic walking? Whatever.
If you're looking for the kid, he went that
Oh yeah, with the devices and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, there's no actual witch walk using the moon or anything in this game, except for one exception.
This is a cool looking enemy.
Oh yeah, this is a cool enemy. His design was in the first game. Like Hashimoto did design him in the first game, but he wasn't used. It's amazing though.
He just has to hold the sword perfectly still to maintain any form of like human appearance while talking.
Yep.
And now he gets to be incredibly motion sick while the body starts swinging him.
is waiting for me.
So if you look at this guy's file, that sword he's got there is called the Valiantium Blade.
Okay, that's definitely a wonderful 101 reference there.
Yep.
Holy crap, I just butchered the title for that game, but whatever, people know what I'm talking about.
So Rek'Shaza is kind of if you ask me. It's not as damaging as Love is Blue. I don't really like it personally. It's fast and it will slice things up. And it's also weak.
Probably expected you to charge it more. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I love that one.
Oh god, I just realized that thing had a crown.
Yep. So yeah, a bigger focus in this game is summoning infernal demons to finish off enemies for you. So you had Madama Butterfly here, for example. The frog is called Baal. And oh yeah, we've seen some other ones as well, but I can't pronounce. There's one which is a bat, and I can't pronounce his name because it's like a Aztec name. And there was Labalas, which was the dog which we summoned in the first chapter.
Now, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure Baal is the name of a boss in Devil May Cry 4. I'm like there was.
I think so. Yeah, that's the one with the
weird like anglerfish frog that froze you and stuff. Yeah, I think that's
so,
actually
yeah.
the same thing. Huh.
Yeah, except Baal is a frog and not actually an anglerfish. Anglerfish are cool.
Yeah. Well, it was a frog, but it had like the weird glowing twin.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know. It was weird.
Oh yeah, possibly the most useless Alfheim ever is Don't Get Hit. There's only one instance where this kind of Alfheim is difficult, and that's on the hardest difficulty, so it kind of doesn't matter.
This is, you walk into the Alfheim and they put you in front of a firing squad, and you're just like, good luck.
Something like that, yeah. So I don't really get the point of the don't get hit ones, because obviously anyone's aim in the game is to not get hit. There's no challenge in them, except for that one instance which I mentioned earlier. What are we doing here?
Vaguely hear someone's voice screaming the whole time in the background.
Oh yeah, that's Millennium Kid, whatever. Yu-Gi-Oh! Watch me fail miserably to try and get this. So we get an official intro for these guys. These are the replacement for Deer and Decorations in the first game. They actually are a bit of a threat, I'd say.
They somehow have more faces than they did previously.
And here's an example of the Tetsuzanku dodge. It's really hard to time correctly, to be quite honest, and there's no point to using it. Yeah, there's no point to using it, and when you can just dodge, so why the hell bother?
Yeah. That's where it kind of conflicts with like the whole design idea, where there's some things that are put in to look stylish, but they don't want you to style on people.
Yeah, that's just this really weird thing that they've done with this game. That kid sure has a mouth on him, good god.
I just like that the music immediately calmed down to hear him just go, shit!
Alright.
Impeccable.
Luckily
timing.
you can climb back up to get this goddamn chest, good god.
And then miss it again? Oh, okay, never mind. Crisis averted.
Narrow platforms are a really hard thing to do. Also, really, really terrible cutscenes.
Walk around in them.
Walking around, talking cutscenes.
It's so interactive.
Right? You can see how Bayonetta's mouth does not match up what she's saying.
No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good.
Also, I noticed, like, when you crack chests, it doesn't give you a notification every time that, oh, this is a moonfell. It just gives you a count now.
Yeah, that's one nice thing they've done, because they only introduce each, I guess, item once, and never again.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the first game since Devil May Cry 1 came out that actually didn't throw the dialogue in your face every time you picked up a life increase gem or whatever.
I never really noticed it, but yeah, it is a nice thing they did do it.
I mean, it doesn't kill the pace of anything, simply because, like, when you get this stuff, it's out of combat, you're, like, walking around.
Yeah.
It's just convenience for convenience's sake.
Mm.
That trick. See? You need my power too.
Bayonetta's character in this game is so much less fun than she was in the first game.
That works too, I suppose.
I mean, I guess contextually, like, I know I have to go save my best friend, possibly lover, so I'm all business and no fucking around, but, you know, she still has time to apparently fuck around with angels, so I don't really know what the hell. I feel like she's poorly written in this game.
Wait, stop. Before I show you the way, love, you gotta agree to.
Oh, by the way, get used to the word love coming from this kid a lot.
Get it? Because he's a British-sounding jerkbag.
To talk to a lady. We don't
Oh my god. This kid is so bad.
React to being called little one. The name's Loki.
Apparently Kamiya was originally thinking for this kid to be a girl, but he was getting kind of, like, he didn't want to get shoehorned into, oh, I always write girl characters or whatever, because in the first game it was Cereza.
Right.
So, yeah. It's a boy, just for the sake of, oh, well, I gotta put a boy in this time.
Bayonetta, it's
Loki is a weird choice of name, too.
little one.
Yeah.
I just told you my name is.
I'm pretty sure Loki is a reference to something, I can't think of what it is exactly.
Well, I mean, it's a reference to Thor, which means it's a reference to some Norse Greek mythology thing. I don't know.
Oh yeah, this entire game is like chockers full of Norse mythology. Names, anyway, not necessarily the actual mythology.
Oh boy, race for gems through a weird cathedral thing. Go.
This is also the most... I don't understand why they had to make this like a puzzle, because it's super easy. Like, why do these things need to exist?
It was required for progress, so I guess that's why they intentionally made it easy, but still, it could have alternatively not been here, so...
Yeah.
Sure, no one would have batted an eyelid to it.
So yeah, you have a lot of NPC characters who follow you around now, or will try to lead you, and they just constantly tell you, let's get moving! And it's kind of annoying.
Stop yelling at me, I'm trying to break stuff.
So yeah, you can charge the swords in the air. It's pretty great. You can also charge them on your feet in the air, which is kind of crazy.
I kind of want to see how ridiculous the animation is for that at some point.
The actual animation is the same as if you were charging it on the ground, so it's nothing interesting in that regard. But the fact that you can actually just charge them in the air, which is just ridiculous.
The fact that you can charge swords on your feet in general, like... Because, I mean, when it's on your hands, you just she sort of just, like, holds it back and charges it up. When it's on the feet, does she, like, wind back for, like, a soccer kick or something? I don't...
yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's basically what the animation's like. Also, these enemies here really annoy me because, well, at first, their sound does not match up with when they attack.
Oh.
So you'll hear the sound, that kind of like generic ching sound when they're going to attack, but they actually attack like maybe half a second after that. So you'll react to the sound, but you'll still get hit because, you know, of the delay.
Yeah.
The sound cues in this game got completely screwed.
Oh yeah, you can still use taunting to like extend combos and stuff, right? Or
Yeah, that's the same as it was in the first game.
Okay.
And like I said, there's a lot of big enemies in this game. And sometimes the game likes to throw multiple big enemies at the same time. So you can imagine how well the camera deals with that.
Not at all.
Yeah, basically. There's one instance in particular which comes to mind, in which case shows, wow, the camera cannot deal with this, but they're gonna do it anyway. But so yeah, you can use Umbran Spear to offset the charger, and you can do that for any weapon that actually has a charge, so that becomes incredibly powerful. And you might notice that I'm using a lot of combos that have the kick Wicked Weaves. That's because the kick Wicked Weaves actually just do more damage, and they are worth more as well. So in that regard, it kind of forces you to use them because they're worth more and they do more damage, so why would you use any other one? So say the punch Wicked Weave and the punch kick punch, that one's only worth 35. And the kick Wicked Weaves are worth 50.
Right, but they don't take a noticeable time more to... Wait, where are you taking these things?
Hidden Verse.
Oh. Right.
Those things exist. There's not too many of them in this game, I think. Well, actually there are, and they're pretty well hidden. It's, I guess, one thing that's sort of kept from the original game.
I just remember doing playthroughs after my first playthrough of Bayonetta 1, and you'd be like, alright, I'm gonna find every verse so I can try and like a platinum or pure platinum or whatever. And then you go to the results screen and you see you're missing exactly one every time.
There's always one, yeah. I think I remember when I was doing recording for this Let's Play, and I went through and I actually forgot to record something. It's like, oh shit. And
Time to record the whole thing all over again.
Yeah, and that's another 3 hours that's wasted.
Yeah.
Fuck. So yeah, this is a pretty big level.
Hence the 2 videos split.
Yeah, I did that intentionally because I personally don't like watching long videos, so I'm assuming you guys don't either.
I mean, you can watch them both in one go. We're not going to judge you.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my halos.
Let's do it. I like Radahn in that regard.
Radahn's just a good character in general.
He is a good character. Except for that one instance which everyone freaked out about months back.
I'm having trouble thinking of what that was.
People discovered that there was a move that he did when you face him as a boss, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
that
remember
one.
now. Yikes.
And you can interpret it either way, honestly. Like, you can interpret it as, well, the way Kamiya said it was to be interpreted, or you can say, hey, that actually isn't cool. I'm cool with either way. Just don't shit my thread up with it.
We have admins on call. Well, no, mods, not admins. Okay, it's not...
If only I had access to admins.
We don't have that much power.
Also, no way to fuck around with this one because, yeah, time limit, everything. You would think that a single enemy would be good to combo around, but because of the time limit, you can't do much.
Because you're kind of underwater as well, I imagine you get a little bit crippled on that.
Yeah, and not only that, but those bigger centaurs will parry probably like, 1/4 of your attacks. So, you'll hit them and they'll be like, hey, I don't want any of that, and you gotta start your combo all over again.
I'm just glad the game speed doesn't slow down while you're underwater. It's just slight mechanics have changed, or the gravity of things has changed.
It becomes kind of trivial because we have Umbran Spear, so you can just dart around and, not care about that, but it's still annoying.
Okay, this one straight up looks like a weird cross between a Power Rangers mech and a face.
I guess they really like the idea of let's put upside down faces on everything, and they just ran with it in this one.
Yeah, I don't think they did that.
By the way, this one is actually a female.
Huh.
Yeah, they specifically gendered certain enemies in this game, because of reasons, I guess.
And I'm sure it sent Tumblr on a tirade, but that's neither here or there. I don't think they put giant upside down faces on enemies until a few episodes into the first game, but this is technically episode 1 and they're going ham on it.
Yeah. So many faces in this game.
Well, there is a reason for it.
Oh, here we go. I did use the foot charge there very quickly. This is kind of no need to do it because you just basically want to hit this thing as fast as possible, which is, you know, the general rule for most things in Bayonetta.
Is this one of the platform jumpy sections? No, okay.
No. For some reason this bit reminds me of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I don't know why. He's just fighting on a platform against a giant snake enemy.
I don't know, every instance of fights like this remind me of that awful, awful boss you have to fight 2 times in Devil May Cry 4.
Oh.
Where you're stuck on the platforms and the boss just casually pulls away and makes your life a living hell. At least they learned to improve stuff like that in Bayonetta, because, well, the platform fights in this game are actually okay.
Yeah. The only ones I don't like are the ones where you're flying. And there are a good number of those.
But that just sort of trivializes some of the game's mechanics or takes them away from you entirely, so I understand the frustration on that one.
Yeah. Oh no, Bayonetta's naked.
Whoa.
I will say that there seems to be a lot less, I guess, violence in terms of killing the angels. Like, you remember how, like, she would kill angels in the first game and it seems so tame in this one. It's like, let's just stop this one to death.
Yeah.
And not even to death, just, yeah.
Well, I mean, the previous one we saw was, like, okay on that grade. This one definitely was a bit more tame, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have torture attacks in this game.
Okay,
so
deep-throating a sword is amazing, but that was boring.
It's very much an apt way of describing it.
So, little one, what's all this sovereign business about?
I will never tell you about the Millennium Puzzle. I will die with my secrets.
Well, whatever. If your sovereignness is going to get in my way, our deal is over. And if we're going to have to meet any more of your friends, you'd better learn to take care of yourself.
I hate those goggles. Oh
Well,
god,
he had to have them because
hair.
they had to have
There's
glasses.
hair in there.
There is hair
It
in
looks
there.
awful.
It's cornrows, by the way.
Oh
Spoiler alert.
my god.
He's got fucking white cornrows.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It kind of ruined the moment a little bit with it being in still frames, but at least it was quick enough. I got the... Okay, you know, okay, whatever.
It's pretty great. Bayonetta putting Loki into her little chest area, like, bit is pretty awesome.
Never forget that face.
Random sword sounds. Random sword sounds, so many of them. I believe I actually did record this, and I did actually forget to do that one Alfheim that was underwater, and I was like, fuck, to do it again.
Reader.
And this... Yeah, I actually did record that, and it took me like at least an hour to do this.
God.
And I had to do this a lot of times. Lots of wasted time.